Flight news, Justin. After BJP's National Secretary H. Raja called DMK MP and Karunanidhi's daughter Kanimozhi an illegitimate child, DMK workers are expected to stage massive protests outside Raja's residence, demanding his arrest. DMK also holding protests and demonstrations against Raja's remark in Thiruvarur, Perambalur, Salem, Kudalur and Tirunelveli. Effigies of the BJP leader are being burnt across Tamil Nadu.
Massive protest starts outside H. Raja's residence in Chennai. DMK supporters with pictures of H. Raja in hand have started walking out and raising slogans, are trying to push through the gates of H. Raja's residence here. It is a protest against H. Raja for his remark against Kanimozhi, whom they had called as the illegitimate child of Karunanidhi, who's the DMK's chief. Right now we're seeing that men, women, all of them have gathered here with posters of H. Raja in their hand. They've broken through the first gate and now are entering into the second one. They're even slapping on with slippers on the pictures of H. Raja and are hurling abuses at him, and he's saying that he needs to be condemned, he needs to be removed from the state of Tamil Nadu. This is the kind of protest that we are witnessing here outside H. Raja's residence. We are also seeing that the DMK supporters having the flags of the DMK is having also the picture of Kanimozhi and Karunanidhi in it, and they're all raising slogans against H. Raja right now. Sir,
Congress's Randeep Surjewala is addressing a press conference reacting to the Supreme Court order in the Judge Loya case. Take a look.
Judge Utpat was designated as special CBI judge in Mumbai. He allegedly reprimanded the accused for not appearing in his court and fixed the case for 26th June 2014. A day before, that is on June 25, 2014, Judge Utpat was transferred. Then came Judge B.H. Loya. Judge B.H. Loya died in Nagpur in suspicious circumstances on 30th November 2014. Post that, Shri Amit Shah has since been discharged, with CBI refusing to file an appeal in the matter. Number 2, sister of Judge Loya, along with his father, gave an interview to a media house that was published on 21st November 2017 to allege that Judge Loya was offered a bribe of rupees 100 crore along with a flat or residential property in Mumbai for delivering a verdict in favor of the accused by a former Chief Justice. Number 3, Judge Loya was stated to have died on 30th November 2014 on account of a heart attack in Nagpur. The ECG and histopathology report of Judge Loya showed no evidence of a heart attack whatsoever. Dr. R.K. Sharma, ex-head of forensics and toxicology at AIIMS, clearly stated that there was no evidence of heart attack and there was evidence of possible trauma to the brain by a blunt weapon. Number 4, Judge Loya's security was withdrawn on 24th November 2014 in Mumbai, while in Nagpur, Judge Loya was given no security, where he ultimately died. Number 5, there is no travel record of Judge Loya traveling by train from Mumbai to Nagpur. Number 6, there is no entry or record of Judge Loya having stayed in the occupancy register of Ravi Bhavan at Nagpur on 30th November 2014. 15 different employees from peon to chowkidar posted in Ravi Bhavan in Nagpur did not even recall that Judge Loya even came there. Number 7, there was no reason for 3 judges to sleep in a room with 2 beds when all adjoining rooms were vacant on that night and day. Why did the 15 members of the staff posted in Ravi Bhavan, Mumbai neither knew about the stay of the judges nor about the heart attack? And why was there no entry in occupancy register, as I've already said? Number 8, family of Judge Loya had publicly stated that clothes on his dead body were blood-stained, especially near the neck area. Number 9, post-mortem of Judge Loya was conducted on 1st December 2014 without information or consent of any immediate family members. There were discrepancies even in recording the name of Judge Loya correctly on the post-mortem report, despite the alleged presence of brother judges. And number 10, 2 of the other colleagues of Judge Loya who were allegedly informed about the pressure being mounted on him to let go the accused also died under suspicious circumstances. One associate, Advocate Khandalkar's body was found in District Court, Nagpur, after an alleged fall from 8th story on 29th November 2015. It's a coincidence that 28th November 2015, Nagpur District Court was closed and the body was not found for 2 days. The second associate, retired Judge Tomre, he also died in suspicious circumstances while falling in front of the train while traveling from Nagpur to Bangalore on 16th of May 2016. There is no FIR or investigation in these deaths till date. One advocate, Satish UK, who raised the issue, narrowly escaped death on 8th June 2016 when heavyweight iron material of 5,000 kgs fell on his office seconds after he had stepped out, destroying his office completely. People of India, friends, today are looking for answers. Issue of criminality, and I repeat, issue of criminality or lack thereof can only be decided through an investigation. And there has been no investigation till date in the death of Judge Loya. Number 2, no one, not me, not you, not anyone else, not even the judiciary, without an investigation can decide whether a death is natural or not natural. Number 3, can statements of some judges made in an administrative inquiry before a police officer be the sole yardstick for arriving at a conclusion, more so when there is adequate suspicion being raised by forensic evidence, by ECG, by post-mortem report, by a histopathology report, by opinion of the experts, by opinion of the witnesses, by documents, by discrepancies that are galore, pointing towards a possible conspiracy. In law, according to us, Statements by anybody, including a judge, made before a police officer have no evidentiary value. And I repeat again, in law, according to us, statement made by anyone, including a judge, made before a police officer have no evidentiary value. The judges made no statement before a magistrate under 164 CRPC. This is nobody's case. Can such statements then be the sole criteria for not conducting any investigation into the death of Judge Loya? And number 4, overwhelming material, as I pointed out in points 1 to 10 to you and to people of this country, needs to be investigated and examined for its truthfulness or falsehood before arriving at a conclusion regarding death being natural or not natural. This could only be done in an investigation and not in a public interest litigation. And that's why perhaps Judge Loya's death was raised by the 4 senior-most Supreme Court judges in public domain in a press conference. And I repeat, and that's why perhaps Judge Loya's death was raised by the 4 senior-most Supreme Court judges in public domain in a press conference. This only proves that the senior-most members of India's judiciary, including Supreme Court judges, were concerned about protection of rights and independence of judiciary. And in this background, my friends, BJP's attempts to make false capital out of Supreme Court judgment must be condemned with the strongest possible words. Original petitioner before the Bombay High Court was Bombay Advocates Association. A petition that was then transferred to Supreme Court. The second petitioner / intervener before the Supreme Court was Center for Public Interest Litigation. And hostility of the third petitioner to the Congress party and proximity to the Bharatiya Janata Party is well known. Congress party was not a petitioner before the Supreme Court. Congress, including 14 other political parties, went to People's Court on Judge Loya's death. And we went to President of India, who is the repository of all powers, being the first citizen of the country. For a while, BJP, to attempt to misinterpret Supreme Court's judgment, to attack the Congress party, reflects their jitteriness and frustration. We reject and condemn the malicious attempts of BJP to misinterpret Supreme Court judgment for finger pointing. And last but not the least, Indian National Congress is committed to people's demand for a fair investigation in the suspicious circumstances surrounding Judge Loya's death. It is that innate commitment that makes us place all the apprehensions expressed so far by members of the family of Judge Loya, by members of the bar, by the jurists of this country, by the senior-most judges of the Supreme Court, and people at large in public domain once again. Any questions, you're welcome to ask. But let's have one by one. Let me very briefly, I can't say everything, let me very briefly summarize it in Hindi and then I'll take all questions. I know you have plenty of questions to ask. देश के इतिहास में आज एक दुखद दिवस है. जिन सस्पिशियस हालात में जज ब्रिज गोपाल हरकिशन लोया की मृत्यु हुई, जो तुलसीराम प्रजापति सोहराबुद्दीन फेक एनकाउंटर केस की जांच कर रहे थे एक जज के तौर पर, वो केस सुन रहे थे, जिसमें श्री अमित शाह दोषियों में से एक थे, जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हैं। ये पूरे देश के सब उन व्यक्तियों के लिए जिनका संपूर्ण न्याय में विश्वास है, उनके लिए गहन चिंता का विषय है और विषय था। अभी सुप्रीम कोर्ट के पूरे निर्णय की प्रतिलिपि उपलब्ध नहीं हुई है, परंतु आज माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट के निर्णय से कई और ऐसे प्रश्न हैं जो अभी भी इस देश की जनता और न्यायपालिका में संपूर्ण विश्वास रखने वाले लोगों के सामने खड़े हैं।
The Congress, they're saying that there were suspicious circumstances surrounding Justice Loya's death that actually needed to be probed. This is something that was raised by 4 senior-most judges of the Supreme Court, who held a press conference and raised concerns about the way sensitive political cases were being handled in the top court. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court today, in a scathing verdict, rejected the petition for an independent probe into Judge Loya's death. He dismissed the petition, saying there's no merit in the petitioner's case. He said that the demand for a separate investigation was an attack on the judiciary. The court said that the PIL was an attempt to settle personal scores and endangered the judiciary, and the court would fail in its duty if it did not stand by the judges of the Bombay High Court, who had recorded their statements in a police investigation. This after 5 petitions seeking independent probe into Judge Loya's death were filed before the apex court. Remember, a chorus for an independent probe into Judge Loya's death grew after Judge Loya's sister alleged in November 2017 that Judge Loya did not die of a heart attack. The family also listed out suspicious details like bloodstains on his clothes when the body was delivered, and the fact that there was no entry by the 4 judges in the entry register of that guest house where they were allegedly staying. Judge P.S. Loya, remember, was the CBI judge who was hearing the alleged encounter of Sohrabuddin Sheikh, in which BJP chief Amit Shah was an accused. Amit Shah, remember, was discharged about a month after Judge Loya's death.
Sir, the petition has been dismissed. Is a big disappointment for you? How are you looking at it?
Very big disappointment. The Honorable Supreme Court had spoke elaborately on what happened inside the court with Prashant Bhushan ji, Dushyant Dave ji, Indira Jaising ji, etc. But those are fights inside the court. They haven't spoken, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I'm still to read the judgment, they haven't spoken about the merits of the case in terms of what the lacunas that we've presented. Now they are saying that you got to believe the judges who were with Judge Loya. But within those statements itself, as we had shown, there were some discrepancies. Now the Honorable Supreme Court in its wisdom has thought that those discrepancies do not exist. So you got to live and fight another day.
So, but what's your next step? Is it the next step, or it's end of it? You cannot go ahead with it now?
No, there's nothing called end of it as of now. I don't know. I have to read the judgment. I have to consult with my team. We had a young team that worked pro bono. So I'll sit, we'll consult, we'll see. And you'll live to fight another day. But the point of the matter is that the entire, I felt, and it was very heartbreaking, that what was spoken about was the fights that happened inside the court. Nothing was spoken about the discrepancies in the inquiry. But I mean, you accept what the Supreme Court said.
They also said you can't overlook the situation. You can't see what really happened, the sequence of events, and also the statements made by the witnesses and who were there with him at that last moment.
Yes, but the inquiry was not started by us, it was started by the Maharashtra government. So why didn't they give this advice to the Maharashtra government? Point number 1. It was the one that went into it. And because it went into it, let's ask one question. What is a discrete inquiry? You are either pregnant or you're not pregnant. There is either CRPC in motion, there's CRPC not in motion. What is a discrete inquiry? I don't understand what is a discrete inquiry. Having done a discrete inquiry, there were lacunas in that. That is what needs to be addressed. How is the fact of what the judges said absolutely binding? If that is the thing, the judges itself had discrepancy in that Maharashtra government report.
With camera person Sanjeev Kumar, this is Parveena, Delhi, India Today.
As far as the family was concerned, they wanted the issue to be left, and that's why Anuj Loya had said what he had. I'm not going to comment on the judgment or the merits of that because we are not concerned with that litigation in the Supreme Court in that sense. And therefore, like I said, it's the last court of the country, and I think I'm sure that's the right decision, and we respect that decision.
We have lots more lined up for you. Do stay with us.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.